Alright guys, I bought this Quantum. It's a Dance Catfish Special Edition. Last year, a year ago. And it's a great looking rod. I love the rod. It's a Z-glass reinforced composite. I like the rod. It's medium heavy. Just got great action on it. I love the rod. The reel, not a fan of. Not from the factory anyway. And so I'm not a fan of this reel, not from the factory. It's good gear ratio and it casts real smooth, but it has a very weak drag. So I decided to like the rod. I'm not gonna get rid of it. The rod itself, the only complaint that I have is that right there come apart for the hook. Put the hook on there. May redo it. I ain't real sure, but not like I need it anyway, because I'm fixing that problem with the reel. This is a Bass Pro Shop Snagging Special. I'm gonna try that out this year. It's got a 42 pound drag on it. It's a great reel. It reminds me a lot of the Pin, but it seems like it's a little bit tighter of a reel than what the Pin is. The old 309s and the Senators. So it's a lot bigger than what this Catfish Special is. It'll hold a lot more line. And so I'm going to pair that up. 60 pound slime line. Also some line that I tried out this year, and I really like it. I'm not really a monofilament guy when it comes to flathead fishing, but I don't really use this for flathead fishing, this rod. And the reason why I like this 10-foot rod, I have a couple of long rod. I have another rod that's like 9 foot something. So what I do is, on my pontoon boat, I have this rod rack, and these long rods will sit in the center. They sit in that center rod holder, and they're long enough they stick out over my motor when I'm drifting or I'm dragging. So that's why I like to have a couple of these long rods. So this reel's coming off. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna go ahead and pair it up with the 60 pound slime line, and that's what this is right here. It had a little bit of fade over the summer. I never broke this line, and I had it snagged up and hung up, and I broke my 35 pound and my 40 pound leaders before I broke it. I never broke this line, so that's what's up with that. So we're going to do a 1 year review on this Snagging Special, and I liked it so much I got my dad one for Christmas, and I haven't even put line on this yet. I'm pretty confident in the abilities of this reel. So SS30 Snagging Special. I don't do any snagging. I live here in Indiana. Well, that's against the law. But just for your information, 20 pound test, you put 590 yards of line on here. So I imagine that 60 pound line, probably maybe 300, 250, 300 yards, which is plenty. I mean, between this reel and 60 pound line and this rod, that's be all I need. I don't think I'll need any more than 200 or 250 yards of line. So we get back to this Quantum. The drag was really weak. I'm talking, it had maybe 10 pounds. And when you set a hook with this thing cranked all the way down, the drag would move. So this is no joke. I took this thing apart and I shimmed that with a piece of plastic from a McDonald's cup, the lid, and put that in there, and it was just enough that I can get this drag tight, and it feels a lot better. So I'm gonna buy me a Berkley big game rod, put this reel on that, and try it out on that Berkley big game rod, because this reel is way too small for this rod. It just doesn't have the line capacity I like. Don't get me wrong, it's probably got 150 yards of line on there, maybe 200. It's still a pretty good size reel, but this is about the equivalent of a Penn 309. So we're gonna give these a shot. This rod and reel combo cost me $109. I bought it down in Springfield last December, and overall, I would have probably bought it again. I'd probably buy it again, but I'd modify these drag. It's not bad, but I don't know if I would go right straight from the store and try to catch 50 to 90 pound catfish with this setup like it is. It definitely would need some modifications in this reel. If all the reels were the same like this. If anybody has any experience with these reels, have used them before, let me know in the comments, because I had to modify this one because the drag was even cranked all the way down as tight as you can get it. It would still slip. It, like I said, 10 pounds at most. So this right here, like I said, 42 pound drag. We're gonna get it done with this, and I may end up getting another one if this works out in the spring and I like it enough. I may get one of these, put braid on it, and go after flatheads with it. And you don't know, I may just go ahead and that'll hold a lot of braid. It'd probably hold 900 yards of 65 pound or 85 pound test braid. So yep, that's my review. Like I said, 1 year in review on that. Modify them.